What's up, guys? Your driver Mike here, back with another live stream. How's it going? See if we can get some people on this super late night live stream. Just have a few things to talk about, and I really just wanted to show off this new light setup. So let me know if you're feeling the new light setup here, guys. So what we're talking about today is Lyft got rid of a very important feature. A very big feature, a feature that I think you and I rely on for strategy. Rideshare Genius, feeling the lights. Ezra, the Rideshare Genius, joining from LA. How's it going, man? It's obviously very late here, not so much over there in California. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate that. You're one of the first ones to jump in. That's awesome. Guys, 7 people and 4 likes. That is awesome. You guys flew on this live stream. That's awesome. Dark Road Run, how's it going? Guys, this is a completely impromptu, spur of the moment. I got new lights. I want to show them off live stream. Saw the notification, had to hop on. Rideshare Genius, thank you for that. And I mounted my mic down below, but now I'm seeing that it's kind of blocking your comments, so I might try to move it here. Francisco, hi from Brazil. It is 2 a.m. Hello, nice. Appreciate you joining the live stream. I may move the mic, guys. I might move it. I have to like peek around the mic to see your comments. Hey guys, if you just joined the live stream, if you're new to the channel, this channel is dedicated to the rideshare space. If you're a driver, if you're a passenger, if you're someone that just happens to be interested in the rideshare space, consider subscribing. Hey Eric, Arizona, Phoenix, thanks for joining. Hey guys, I'm gonna move the mic. It's blocking your comments here. I know it's probably very noisy, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're using the Rode Video Mic Me. We usually use that or the SmartLav Plus, but that's in the car. So we're using the Rode Video Mic Me. Check it out. I see a dead cat. Uh-oh, is it in the shot, guys? Is the mic in the shot? No, I think we're all right. Yeah, Ezra says I see a dead cat, which is the muffler over the mic. Hey, Patrick, thanks for joining. I'm on the road at the moment. What feature? See, now I can't see how many people are watching. It's always something. I'll go back to the SmartLav Plus maybe next time because the dead cat there really covers up the screen a little bit. Eric, waiting for a ping. Okay, it's not in the shot anymore. Awesome, awesome. For those of you that are driving right now, hey, Patrick, yeah, you said you're on the road. 9-1 Dark Road, I'm going to leave you in charge every 5 minutes. Let me know how many people are watching. It's blocking the screen, guys. Come on. Okay, let's get right to it. What did Lyft get rid of? And this we're coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, by the way. I'm hoping this isn't just in PA. But a few drivers in Pittsburgh noticed this and were saying, hey, what's going on? So I reached out to Lyft, at Lyft on Twitter, to confirm what's going on. And this is gone. Guys, when you view prime time in the Lyft driver app, you see rectangular prime time squares ranging from light pink to dark pink and showing you the prime time percent within the squares. Ezra beat me to it. Oh, you took my fire away. Ezra just said, yeah, that's it. They got rid of the prime time percent on the heat map. Yeah, I was taking too long, Ezra. See, thank you. They got rid of the primetime percent on the heat map, guys. So they'll still show those primetime squares or rectangles, light pink to dark pink showing the areas of highest demand, light pink showing you smaller areas of demand, but still primetime. That's gone. We don't see any actual numerical percent values in those boxes anymore. Why does that matter? Ezra, I went to the Lyft hub yesterday and grilled them about it. Hey, I would too. Yeah, this isn't that great. And I got confirmation directly from Lyft support. Ezra's confirming that as well. So why does this matter? Okay, when you're driving, surge on Uber and prime time on Lyft are indicators of good earnings, right? Here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's $1.10 a mile. If you're in surge or prime time, you could earn $2 a mile, $3, $4, $5 a mile. And you're driving the same time, same distance, but you're getting paid more, and that's because of those demand spikes. We use prime time indicators to know exactly what the prime time is in those high demand zones. the Lyft rectangular squares will turn dark pink at around 100% prime time, which is a 2x Uber surge equivalent. It stays that color no matter what prime time greater than 100%. 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700%, it's still that same dark pink, okay? We use that as an indicator to say, okay, well, I see it's prime timing high. What exactly is the prime time? Ezra, they told me it was because drivers got too confused about what percent they would get. Sounds like BS to me, he says. There's no confusion, guys. Why? Because Lyft shows prime time with the request. That's it. Lyft shows the prime time with the request, so how can there be any confusion, right? In the past, they didn't do that. They granted us the privilege of finally seeing prime time with the ride request, but now we don't see the prime time with, within the heat map. And again, that's important because, okay, you're by the bar areas, right? You're in, I'll say here in Pittsburgh, Oakland, which is where the University of Pittsburgh is. We always talk about the south side, which is where the bars are. It is not far to get between the two. If I see high prime time, if I see dark pink squares about 5 minutes away, which is worth it to go, chase per se if it's high enough. If I see a 100% prime time, I may not go down there. I may, but I don't have a lot of pressure to go down there, or urgency, I should say. If it is a 300% prime time, I'm heading down there immediately. And again, I can be there in like 4 or 5 minutes, like no time at all, maybe less. And that is how we use primetime strategy. Reicher Genius, Ezra, my feeling is that it's just a new way to add confusion and remove transparency, getting more drivers to behave like robots/employees. Yeah, guys, if you don't see that indicator of primetime percent, all you know is that it's a high primetime percent. Is it 100% or more? Now, they still have the indicator on the top of the app showing, all right, prime time is between 50% and 300%. Dark Road, very true, he says. So we know the general range of prime time, but again, we don't see it on a micro level now, which is kind of challenging. Hey guys, has anyone else seen this? And from the sounds of it, I mean, we have, Ezra on the LA market. I'm here in Pittsburgh, which is a medium-sized market. That basically covers the gambit of market size. So if it's happening in these two markets, I'm pretty sure it's nationwide. So let me know, are you experiencing this? Are you still seeing primetime percents in the actual heat map? Let me know, how has this caused challenges for you? And again, I just got confirmation today from Lyft support saying, hey, we changed the heat map where you can no longer see prime time on the heat map. Rideshare Genius Ezra, interestingly enough, I know drivers who have never had this feature. Yeah, it's tough, guys, because between drivers, promotions are dealt out differently between drivers based on who knows what. And I think we've talked about this briefly. When did you sign up? How many rides have you taken? What is your driver rating? Who knows, right? It's all kind of subjective. Eric, I've not seen it in Phoenix yet. Eric, are you still seeing the primetime percents then in your heat map? I got to peek around here, guys, to see how many people are watching. Hey, guys, I know it's late. 8 people watching this late at night, at least here on the East Coast. I really appreciate it, guys. If you could leave a like on the live stream. And, hey, if you could join Saturday, every Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do another live stream, an interactive live stream on the MacBook. And we have a whole live chat going and everything. So I invite you to join this Saturday. But yeah, if you guys are on the live stream or if you're watching this in the rebroadcast, if you could leave a like, I really appreciate it. Shows me that you guys are getting value in this live stream and gets more people in here, more eyes on the channel and more people on Your Driver team. Dark Road, I love those Saturday live streams. I love it too. And now I love it even more now that I'm not in the dark of the basement here. Downstairs, we'll say. But yeah, we got the new light setup, guys. We have dual lights instead of the single light. And again, we still have the Rode Video Mic Me. And a lot more to come, guys. A whole lot more to come. We're getting that 4K webcam down the road. Really excited about what we're offering to you guys to give you good content. Eric, yeah, okay. Eric is still seeing the prime time in the heat map. Interesting, okay. Eric's in the Phoenix, Arizona market. I think I caught up with all you guys with the comments here. Okay, so how are we going to drive now? All right, what strategies can you do now that there is no prime time in the heat map? Okay, now it is more important than ever to do research and to know your market. Now more than ever, you should have a general idea of what the prime time is based on the area. Okay, I can say, hey, that south side typically surges or prime time is between 200% and 350% from my experience. So what happens now is you will still get, prime time on your request, but you have no idea exactly what it is because you can't see it beforehand. So look at your map, look at trends, and see when you do get requests, take note of how high the prime time was. Even better, maybe even write it down. If you're driving those bar hours, say, okay, hey, I just got a Lyft ping at 1:30 a.m. It was 300%. You go out the next night. If it's Saturday night, I got a ping at 1:45. It is 300%. And do that and try to trend yourself. I see some more comments coming through here. Ezra, it's really dumb because now we don't know where to go. So the demand won't be met by the supply as well as it could be. That's a good point. Dean, just check the Rider app. That's a good point. Dean, that's a good point. And you may have to do a dummy fare. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember how the Lyft app looks on the interface side. I know in Uber with the upfront pricing, you would have to kind of do a dummy fare and see how the price is surging or not. Mike, appreciate you joining. Mike Dobeck. And when you pick up a ride for a Lyft line and they want to cancel after we pick them up and start the ride, absolutely. Yeah, like Ezra said. Okay, Ezra, Rideshare Genius does say it's at the hub. They told me it's something they're testing. And hopefully they're seeing that it's not very popular. Because I was not. We actually thought it was a bug. The drivers here in Pittsburgh, we thought it was a bug. And I emailed support and said, hey guys, just to let you know, I don't think the app's working. I can't see the prime time on the heat map. And turns out it's real. It's supposed to be like that. So they need to change that. I do not like that at all. I was very, very happy that, hey, Lyft, here's something to continue to grow that 30% market share that they state that they have in the industry. I really appreciated when we saw the prime time on the ping request. That was huge. And actually, that changed my driving to about 50-50 Uber versus Lyft versus 80-20. And some nights even more. Some nights it was 95% Lyft, 5% Uber because I could see prime time on the heat map and I could see prime time on the ride request. You take away one of those, if I can't see the prime time on the heat map, that takes away a lot of my strategy. Like Ezra commented there, that is not a win for drivers, I don't think. Any other solutions, guys? What do you think? Yeah, Ezra, I started driving for Lyft a lot more, so much for that. Yeah, I mean, it really hurts, guys. All right, step one was prime time in the heat map. That let me know, okay, well, I see there's a lot of prime time everywhere. Where exactly is it the best, though? Where's the strongest demand? And I would continually watch the app and note that it was 200%, 300%, 350. So I could see that, demand was strong enough that even though some drivers were probably going over there, that it continued to grow. And what that does is sometimes you'll see, block parties or little, arts festivals that you didn't even know about. But since the prime time indicated there was exceptional surge, you go over there, get a ride, and then you ask your passengers that event's going to be going on for another 4 hours. You can circle back around there, and maybe other drivers won't know, and you can get some better rides that you typically wouldn't have gotten. And catch up with you guys here. Hey, Rideshare News, good evening. Rideshare News says, good evening all. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Peek around my mic here. 14 people on the live stream. You guys are awesome. Hey, night or day, you guys jump on the live stream. You guys are awesome. It's like 1 a.m. here in Pittsburgh, guys. Really appreciate it. Although the lights make me look not as tired, right? I'm feeling the 2-light setup, guys. Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate it. And the reason we're doing this live stream, again, if you're just joining, Lyft got rid of prime time percents, the actual, showing the prime time on the heat map. So when you open your driver app, typically within the rectangular boxes of prime time, you could see the percent, in that area. Now you cannot see that. You can still see the boxes, but you can't see the percent indicators, and that's big for strategy. We talked a little bit about that. And Rideshare News, a brand new channel in Tampa, Florida. Welcome. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm dodging something down here. I'm flying something down here, guys. You see me bobbing and weaving a little bit. Okay, guys. So before we may move on here, what else do you think? Any other strategies how to combat this? If you can't see prime time on the heat map, what else are you going to do? I think we talked about a few good things. Doing the research and just try to best, now you're kind of blind driving, now to best predict what the actual prime time is. Ezra, no problem. Sorry to post so many comments. This is a really important topic to me. No problem. I think this is a big change. This is big. This isn't just okay, there's a change on the app. To take away a key indicator for strategy for drivers, on Lyft, it's just Uber and Lyft. These are the big two, really. And to take away a big feature from one of those apps really affects strategy for myself, for you guys, for anyone. That's how this happened. Eric says, I've been using Maestro to help. Okay. If anyone used Maestro, that may work for you. I don't use it, but that may work for you. Rideshare News, I appreciate that. Just subscribe to the channel. Rideshare News, we have some awesome videos. Check out the playlists. We have a playlist for Uber, playlist for Lyft, accessories. A lot of good videos in there, guys. If you're a new driver, if you're an experienced driver, if you want to look at some of the tech behind driving as far as accessories, there's a lot of good videos there for you guys. Hey, and speaking of tech, check out that recent video we did for this guy. Check the recent uploads here. This is Cargo. This is going to help you guys earn some additional income, about $155 on average per month driving Uber and Lyft. And some drivers are doing upwards of $300+. Links below. And again, check out that recent video. Really excited about this, guys. Brand new. That is Cargo. Check the links, guys. That is brand new. I'm very excited about that. Mike says, try driving for Via. Not familiar with it. Definitely something we can look into, though. Yeah, Mike, Cargo will not send it to me. Guys, Cargo's only live in a few markets. Now, I've been talking to the team. If you guys are on the West Coast, you are most likely getting it first in their first round of expansion. And after that, they obviously plan on extending to the rest of the country in most every market. But there's going to be a wait list, and drivers have already signed up in 49 states. They've already been featured on Business Insider, on Fox, on TechCrunch, on Mashable, on Food, Wine and Food, on the Rideshare Guy. They're getting a ton of exposure. So if you want to ensure you can get a unit first, again, this is Cargo. Check the links below. I would sign up soon so you can get one when they do come to your market. Mike says, I'm in Chicago. And Mike, I believe Chicago is one of the markets that's live. If you would like, you could send me a message, or maybe we can get that ironed out, what's going on in Chicago. But Chicago, Detroit, New York, Boston are currently live with Cargo. If you guys are in any of those markets, Boston, New York, Chicago, and Detroit, again, you guys are live with Cargo. Check the recent video we did and the links below. So any other comments about the changes on the Lyft platform. We're going to move on quickly here. That was the main point we're going to talk about. Okay, lastly, guys, I just wanted to briefly touch on what I've seen some people talking about is the Uber long trip alleged feature that we saw kind of pop up on Reddit and kind of float around a little bit, where Uber would give you a heads up if the ride was a long trip. What do you think about that? If you got a trip from the airport and Uber said, heads up, this is a long trip, and the screenshot showed a bar, and actually, you know what? The most recent thing I heard tonight was that it's real, that it's alive. And to our viewer in Tampa, I think this might be live in Florida too. I'm just scrolling through the comments here, guys, to see if I can find out for you. Yeah, but so what it was Uber was saying, hey, you're going to get a long ride, which is good and bad. And I can't find the comment, and that's okay. We'll have to move on. Here we go. Yeah, rideshare news. You're in Tampa, Florida. All right, guys. So let me know. If Uber says, hey, if you're sitting at the airport, guys, if the queue is 80 or 90 drivers like it is here in Pittsburgh, and you finally get a ride, and you get that ride request come through, Uber would say, hey, this is a long ride. This is a ride that is going to take more than 60 minutes. Good or bad thing. And let's even ignore the airport situation. If this is just a general feature, what do you think? The Millionaire Millennial, like your channel name, the Millionaire Millennial says, I prefer a long ride than an Uber pull. Okay, let's see what else you guys are saying. Rideshare News, long trip shows up on the top of the request before you accept. Is that live? Rideshare News, are you seeing that in your market? Is that live feature? Rideshare Genius Ezra, it's a nice feature if you want to get off the road soon. Mike says, I would like it. Okay, Rideshare News earlier. Yeah, I see your earlier comment. I have experienced the long trip a couple of times the past 2 days here in Tampa. This is real, guys. This is pretty neat. Okay, yep, confirming again. I've experienced it once yesterday and once today. Millionaire Millennial, also in the LA market. Pretty cool, guys. I'll be heading out to San Diego in a couple weeks. Making a move, guys, as you may know. Rideshare Genius Ezra, also Lyft shows me where the ride is going when I tap arrive. Sometimes I strategically cancel those. And example of that is if you're in the bar area and you know the peak surge is hitting right now and it's, 300%, which is a 4x equivalent on Uber. If you get a super short ride that is 2 blocks away, 3 blocks away, and like Ezra said, you'll see the destination once you click accept on Lyft, he is saying that if you strategically cancel those and try to get a longer ride. Millionaire Millennial, I only care about surge rides, LOL. I don't think that's a bad strategy. I don't think that's a bad strategy, actually. And we have videos showing you how to maximize surge in prime time. If you're looking for the highest dollars per hour, now there's different methods. You can take lower surge rides and try to go for volume. Go online a little bit earlier, get a 2.5 and try to run back and get another one at, 3.1. Or you can go for the big one. That's like a 4.5x and hopefully it's a long ride. So pros and cons to each, mileage, time invested. Major changes happening at the Tampa airport starting tomorrow. Rideshare News. Keep us in the know about that. I'm interested to know about that. Rideshare Genius. So I hit arrive like a half a block away in case I need to make an escape. Oh, man. Let's see. I see a few comments coming here. Eric. I had one from Phoenix, Arizona to Tucson, Arizona. Good pay. bad driving back to Phoenix. Those dead miles, guys, yeah. And there's been some discussion about, should we, hey guys, here's another question about long rides. Should you get reimbursed for deadhead miles back from a long trip? If so, what's the threshold? An hour-long trip, 2 hours, 3 hours? What would be the threshold that you would get reimbursed for dead miles? Third question, who would pay for it? Is that something that Uber or Lyft would pay for? Is that something that a passenger would pay for? What do you think? That's an interesting set of questions there, guys. As we take another break here. What do you think, guys? A lot of questions in there. Millionaire Millennial. I know I'm going to mess that up. It's going to be a tongue twister for me, guys, I swear. That's what I do here in LaGuardia Beach, Laguna Beach, sorry. From 10 p.m. through 2 a.m. Surge all night, and the rides are short, and I stay in the perimeter every Saturday. Hey, guys, if you can hit those surge runs, if you can stay out a little bit later, and also use your cargo unit. Yes, we're plugging it a lot because it's an awesome product. If you can stay up and do those bar runs, there's some big money there. You know, there really is. It's all about balance. You know, do not drive heavily fatigued. I've never been a proponent of driving super long days, 10, 12, 14 hours. And at times, Uber and Lyft will time you out if you do that. But if you can be out there, there's some good money. Millionaire Millennial, haven't gotten one of those cargo things. Again, check out the recent video. Look at the links below. Be one of the first to get those. It's going to be big. All right, let's see. Eric, yes for the deadhead miles back. Ezra, what's in the bottle? We went to the gym earlier, and it's a little post-workout little supplement, like last time. What do you think, guys? Who would pay for deadhead miles back? Passenger or the rideshare company? Is an hour-long trip long enough? Does it have to be 2 hours? What if you're still in a market that you can drive in? What if I take a 2.5-hour drive up to State College, up near Penn State University? I can still drive that market, but should they have to pay for my miles back to Pittsburgh, even though I could technically still drive that whole distance? And I'm sure the argument there would be, you know, from Uber and Lyft that says, hey, you know, you can get destination trips back. What do you think? And what has your longest trip been? We've done a video about that too. Millionaire Millennial, my record is 30 hours on the road, $387. Guys, that is a marathon. BCAA, yeah, partly some BCAA. We're talking about the supplement here. It's Gym Post. Jim Stepani, it's Gym Post. Post-workout matrix after the gym earlier. And guys, I think our battery's okay, but we're getting a little low on the battery here. I think we're okay though. Just heads up. Mike, I just tweeted a link to the page from Uber where you can read off the Tampa airport changes that start tomorrow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ezra, my longest trip was only about 50 miles, and I've done over 4,000 trips. Yeah, guys, my longest trip was, I think, over an hour, maybe under an hour and a half, somewhere in between there. Approaching an hour and a half, I believe. We went way past Pittsburgh International and just headed west, I believe. Okay. Millionaire Millennial, I'd be more concerned. The comments disappear so quickly on YouTube Live. We're on mobile, obviously. They disappear so fast. That's why I have to keep scrolling through the comments here. No, I'd be more concerned about being compensated when going to the rider's pickup location. I hate it when they cancel on me when I've wasted about 3 to 6 miles worth of gas. Yeah, Millionaire Millennial, I believe they did actually. Uber changed their policy that if the rider cancels after 2 minutes of in-transit time to them, you should get a cancellation fee. Now, of course, that's if a cancellation fee is applicable in your market. Not all markets have cancellation fees. But again, after 2 minutes of transit time, if they cancel on you, you should be getting that cancellation fee. Mike, I just emailed you. Okay, appreciate that. Millionaire Millennial, I may just shortchange it to millionaire. I don't know, guys. Mine was 72 miles. Cerritos to, I'm going to say that wrong, guys. Hemet, California. Rideshare News, definitely. Yeah, I will read that right after this. Talking about the tweet there. Ezra, Rideshare Genius, the question of dead miles or deadhead miles speaks to the fact that rates are too damn low. Yeah, guys, if you're driving base fare, you've really got to measure the miles invested, to a passenger on the trip. And then if you have to deadhead back to a populated area, that's why we always try to maximize surge and prime time, knowing those areas of highest demand. But again, base rates really should be higher. $1.50 would be strong, $1.50 a mile. $2 a mile would be really exceptional. That kind of touches on Uber's initial rates whenever they first entered markets. They're around $2 a mile. But to Orlando, Oklahoma City, 65 cents a mile. At one point, Detroit, 30 cents a mile is unacceptable. Rates have to be at least, again, $1.50 would be pretty solid. Here in Pittsburgh, we used to be at $1.20 a mile, and I was more comfortable taking base fares at $1.20. But for everyone, $1.50 sounds about right. Again, 53.5 cents is our IRS deduction there. Millionaire Millennial says, call me Lewis. I think Lewis is a lot easier. Appreciate that, Lewis. If I can remember, I will definitely try to remember that. Lewis, much easier. Either way. I like the channel name, though. Mike says, my longest trip was 2.5 hours. That's pretty cool. That's a nice little marathon trip there. If you have good passengers, right? Sometimes those 20-minute rides can seem like an eternity if it's awkward silence or bad conversation. Saran, I'm really sorry I'm late. What happened? Really quickly, guys, if you're just joining this live stream, Lyft removed prime time percent indicators on the heat map. When you open your Lyft driver app, you will no longer see specific percents within those rectangular areas of prime time. You will only see the range, right? 100% to 300% prime time. They've removed those individual spots of prime time, which really kind of hurt for strategy. I think I caught up with you guys. Any other thoughts about long trips? Yeah, long trips can be good. They can be bad. Chicago is 71 cents a mile, Mike. Yeah, 71 cents is way too low, guys. You need to double that at least. 140 a mile. You might as well bump it up to 150. 150 makes sense. And again, passengers, from what I've heard from other drivers in multiple markets, is that passengers have said they will pay more for Uber and Lyft, or if rates are higher, they'll still use it. Myself, I use Uber and Lyft, and I will still pay, if rates are higher. And always tip, which you should always tip. Now you can do so in the app too on Uber. Minnesota, Mike, 120. 120 is decent in Minnesota. We're 110 a mile here in Pittsburgh. Ezra, I had a 2-hour trip on July 4th. Was only 40 miles because of the traffic. Yeah. Luckily, it was a 4.5x. And paid $187. Hey, guys, that's why you really maximize surge and prime time. Imagine sitting in that traffic or, even taking a far ride, taking it on base fare or 1.2x versus a 4.5x. And again, guys, Uber now has upfront pricing. So passengers are shown pricing. So they do know what pricing is going to be beforehand. Deviations with traffic, of course. Keep that in mind. Yeah, Rideshare News. I know Florida is not the best for pay. Pay is only 65 cents a mile. Yeah. Ezra, without surge, would have paid only $40. That's why you guys can see why it's so important to try to drive those busy areas. You can see there the difference between standard fare and if it was a surging ride is $187 compared to $40. Now again, I am not a supporter of, passengers getting ripped off per se, but the important thing to note is that Uber has upfront pricing, that it says on the app, hey, this is how much your trip's going to be, and they need to acknowledge deviations for different routes or traffic. Guys, we're going to have to go soon because the battery's dying here. Plus, I did want this to be a somewhat shorter of a live stream here, guys. So, and I may get out there. We're approaching 2 a.m. here. Glenda Davis, I appreciate you joining the live stream and commenting here. Drove 2 hours and 100 miles from BWI Airport to Mechanicsburg, okay, Pennsylvania, and couldn't get a new ride before driving 50 miles back to the Maryland line. Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with that area, being familiar with Penn State, and I can generally, imagine Mechanicsburg in that area, just driving through there. And guys, those more rural markets or markets that are, exceptionally small, they're micro markets, you can think of it. They're just not naturally going to have that kind of demand. Now, if you're in one of those markets, and I just saw this today on a driver forum, if you're in a market that's a micro market, if you're in a market that is new, anyone in New York, upstate New York, you guys just got Uber recently. If you're in these markets, be the lead to get Uber out there, okay? If I was in a market that was brand new and was a micro market, or even a market that people didn't know about rideshare, I would be all over the place talking about Uber. You would make, referral cards if you can, posters if you can. We're just talking to anyone, really, and bringing it up in conversation. Because obviously there's referral incentives for you for referring new passengers or referring new drivers, especially when the driver pool is next to nothing in an empty market. And you could really be a good liaison and get some good referral bonuses if you're in some really empty markets. Rideshare news, talking about Pittsburgh. I grew up in Murraysville, Pennsylvania. We're living in the city now. I'm in Greenfield right now, but we're going to be moving to San Diego, sunny San Diego, kind of near Ezra in the LA market, kind of. Yeah, new market drivers, get on those passenger and driver referrals. Yeah, it really makes sense, again, if you're in a new market, to be the voice for the market. Because, again, there's next to no one there if they don't even know about Uber. And it takes two. You need passengers and you need drivers, or the system's not going to work there. Lewis, I just ordered 250 referral cards and we'll give them out here by the convention center in Anaheim. All right. All right, guys, I think we're going to have to wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys watching here. We have 9 people in the live stream right now. That's awesome, guys. All right, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I didn't want to make it too long for you. Any other final questions, thoughts? Yeah, rideshare news, to your point. Once you experience an oversaturated market, as we have in here in Tampa, you will think again about signing up new drivers. The thing about that is I don't really encourage, exceptional expansion in saturated markets. Now, we also have to remember, guys, that only 4% of drivers are on the Uber platform after 1 year. So we talked about this before, is that sometimes the argument of oversaturation doesn't really hold water because, again, 96% of drivers are quitting after 1 year. So there's really not as many drivers as you think staying on the platform. That said, there are definitely markets that have a ton of drivers. Where Ezra's at, Rideshare Genius out there in LA, of course, that's where the hub of rideshare is in, the LA, San Francisco area. So those markets may be a little tricky. Miami, in some of those markets in Florida, Orlando, I've heard is pretty tough. So If you're in those markets, sure, maybe you don't want to, hit the pavement too hard with referrals, but if you're in empty markets, micro markets, I say absolutely go for it here. New markets, they need drivers and passengers. Ezra, drivers going to sign up one way or the other. Might as well be with the referrer. And when you do sign up, usually there's a sign-on guarantee. And usually it's double-sided as well. Yeah, if someone's thinking about signing up, most likely they're going to sign up anyway. Guys, I need to go. You guys keep asking a bunch of questions here. This is awesome, but the phone's dying, so I'm going to go. Hey, post any other comments in the comments below. I try to respond to every single comment, and we'll continue the dialogue there. Sign up for cargo. Check those links below. The program's awesome. Brand new. Be one of the first to get a cargo unit. Guys, really appreciate you watching. I invite you to join on Saturday, every Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our big 90-minute live streams. I gotta go. I love doing the live streams though, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the live stream. And hey, I gotta go. Hope you guys have a great night. And I will see you guys next time.